kept switching the other way, Steve, driving me bonkers. Hey, David, wife. Hey, David, good morning. Hi, is this Rose or is it Randy? How are you doing? From American Man, Philippine wife. Steve says it looks good, Son. Thanks a lot. Rose said, congratulations on the landscape. It's been a challenge. It had me this way. It keeps saying rotate, but it's actually working good. So that's good. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. Steve said, did Goodyear finish with work for the day? That's always good, right? Steve, how was the weather for you? Hi, Rose. How are you doing today? How was your day today, Rose? It's evening there now for you. It's dark. It does happen. Rose says it does happen to me too. You know, I'm a newbie at this one. So anyways, it's the proper way, so which is good. So what were you up to today, Rose? And Steve, you said you're working. What time do you finish? Because it's here, it's 8:05 p.m. here. Oh, Rose, you woke up with no internet and had to use the backup internet. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the joys of being in the Philippines, right? Steve was 100. It's 100 right now. That's hot. That's hot, Steve. What time is it, Steve, there right now? Hello, everyone. Say hi. Give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Just here in the farm, no specific designation for today. Well, hey, you got a lot of work around your place. It's nonstop, right? So that's 24/7 there. You really don't get much of a rest. There's always something to do, right? As soon as you get one item done, then it's 10 more on the list to do. And as soon as you finish those 10 items, you've got 10 more items to do. It's 5 p.m. here. I work till 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, well, that's good hours. At least, you know, you get time off at 5 and not too early in the morning, which is good. Rose, I watched your video for Randy for making the spaghetti and the gathering for his birthday. It was awesome. Lots of food for everybody to eat. Oh, yes, so much, and I can't do them at this stage. Yeah, you have a lot of work there. How are you feeling? You were saying that you were having some different emotions you're dealing with. Well, has that changed because it goes through the stages, right? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Rose. It's a lot of work. It doesn't, when you have a place like you have right now, it doesn't wait for you. You got to keep doing all the stuff, right? So it's the joys. Hard to do surprise. Yeah, hard to do a surprise. Yeah, I'm sure it was, especially when he's around. I heard where you said he was at the hobby farm or hobby farm, at his hobby location doing some work, so you were able to do some different things. I feel fine until the sun gets hotter. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure the heat bothered. Do you end up? I know that it's fairly cool there, but do you run air conditioning in any of the rooms just to try to get away so that you can relax? Because that's important to do, right? Especially when you're pregnant, you're going to have different mood swings. You're going to have hot spells, right? And when it's hot and you even have hot spells, that even makes it worse. But I watched that one video I commented when you're doing your laundry and that, you're coming down the stairs with the basket. You got to be careful. I know everybody's saying that, but you are pregnant. So you do have to be careful on doing different things. I know it's not easy, but you got to ask for some help for doing some of these items. You don't want to hurt your back. That's the last thing you want to do. I go underneath the mango tree. Yeah, well, the trees end up giving good oxygen, right? It's a good thing, right? So that's your air conditioner. That's your air con is under the apple tree. Next, you're going to have to get a cow and have its tail flapping. That's for the fan, right? Or Randy's going to have to go out there with those big leaves. You have to go like this. When you say hot spell, he's going to have to come up. So was it hot there today, Rose? I know I tend to still do things as long as I can feel, yeah, the pain afterwards. Yeah, but you got to be careful because you are pregnant. I understand that you're going to do these things, but the worst thing is that you don't want to put your back out, right? Your back and that your whole body is not the same, right? Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Rose. So just remember being pregnant is taking a lot of nutrition away from you, Rose, right? So there's many women out there have hurt their backs because they're doing things that they don't normally do, right? And the last thing you want to do is hurt your back. It's cool right now. Yeah, usually that's what's nice, right? It gets cool in the evening once it gets darker. How long does it stay cool in the morning there where you guys are living? I know where Belinda's parents, her family lives. It gets cool in the evening and also is fairly cool in the morning. And it takes a while for it to start getting warm, but then it really gets hot. It doesn't take any time to really get hot there. So. Say hi. I've got 5 viewers. Give me a thumbs up and say hi. Let me know where you're viewing from. Don't be shy. It's all right. About 9 a.m. it starts to get warm there, Rose? Okay. And your home, it's getting dark at 6, right? 6 p.m.? What time does it usually the sun come up there? Is it 5? Here's another gorgeous fall day here. The leaves are really changing here now. So all it takes is a few days and all the reds and oranges come. It's a miracle. Mother Nature, what she does, it's incredible. And how's Randy doing? Say hi to him for me. What's he working on in the shop? Is he working on the cradle? I know he's mentioned that he has a few projects on the go. He's got a lot of beef jerkies. He still have a lot already dehydrated, ready to go, ready to eat. It's a little cooler today compared to yesterday. Today it likely only got up to maybe 23 Celsius today. At max 24 at a high point of the day. Hi everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Let me know where you're viewing from. Say hi. Don't be shy. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it. How's your weather there? It's fall here. It's now in October now. It's just the beginning of October here. And all the leaves will be changing color here. It's magical. And then once they get to a point, then they'll all start falling off the trees and the trees start to hibernate, to go to sleep for wintertime. So it's pretty magical. Mother Nature going through her courses. And every year is different. And I have a lot of maple trees on the property. So every year the colors are different. It's never the same. And other bushes too. But it's amazing in the different areas of the trees where they start to change color. So anybody viewing here, are you going to the Philippines? I don't seem to have any foreigners viewing that are going to be going to the Philippines. I've got some great videos coming out to help for some tips. Got 5 viewers. Say hi. Make some comments. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live. Say hi. Where are you viewing from? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live. How are you doing? Say hi. Let me know where you're viewing from. If you have a question about the Philippines or Canada, just ask. Hello, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Welcome to the live. Make sure to give a thumbs up. Say hi. Where are you sharing? Where are you viewing from? I got the yawns happening. I don't know. I need some activity. I need some comments. uh, 3 watching. Say hi. You don't have to be afraid. Just say hi. I guess it's an open chat. I was really wanting to chat about if anyone's going anywhere, but I'm not getting really any activity in regards of my question. So ask a question. Anything you want to ask. Let me know where you're viewing from. How was your day? Did you have a nice day today? For some people, it'll be the evening, or the morning, right? So it's evening here, 8:25 p.m. here in Canada, but it'll be morning, for example, in the Philippines. Oh, my goodness. What's with the yawning? Don't only 8:26. So he's got 127 watching. Not that many people live. Where is everybody? Everybody that busy? I know I'm not a girl, so I obviously not getting as many views. Mark's got 127 viewing. Some of you people over at Every Man Has a Story, you need to come over to say hi. He's got 127 viewing. Come over and say hi, guys. We got Baby May on too. How many does Baby May have watching? Let's see Baby May's channel. Let's see. She's got 81 watching. Baby May. Come over and say hi, guys. So, Mark, Every Man Has a Story. He's got 128 watching. And Baby May has 28. How many does she have? I lost track how many she had. Anyway, she doesn't have that many, but someone can come and say hi. Comment below. Let me know where you're watching from, how your day was. I don't see anybody else live. Let's see here. So we've got 129 for Mark. Well, Every Man Has a Story. And we have My Philippines Life, 4 watching. Well, that's 4 more than mine right now. Who else do we have on here? Hmm. Maybe I'll have to start singing. Nobody's listening anyways. I don't have any viewers. Where are you people hiding? Come say hi. Well, I see Mark, every man has a story. I see their Christmas tree is up and the lights are dancing. uh, I'm sure we saw lots of Christmas lights at Costco. They got Christmas full tilt, and also at stopped in at Walmart to pick up some items. They got lots of Christmas trees. Christmas is big. Was planning on going to Sheraton Nurseries today, but that didn't happen. I'm sure they've got Christmas all set up now, or they're working on it. You might not have it all set up. Let's go back and see today with Baby May how many she's got. Ah, there's where all my viewers are. She got 91 watching, 72 watching. Come on over here, guys. What are you doing watching Baby May? I understand why you're watching her. She's a female. Give her a thumbs up. She's only got 27 thumbs up. Oh my gosh, what is she doing? No wonder she's getting viewers. She's washing herself. My goodness gracious. This girl is married. What's she doing that in front of the video of all these people watching? I now know why I don't have the viewers. Give Baby May a thumbs up. She's only got 27 thumbs up. She's got 100 watching her right now. I'm off that channel. Not a Baby May watcher. I like Paul. Paul's a lot of his videos. Wonder if there's a brownout happening. Well, Baby May is, I believe they live in Valencia area, and they don't have a brownout. She's able to do her live, so. I lost Rose. I don't know if Rose just ended up from American Man, Philippine Wife. Rose, thanks for coming to the live. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. I'm sure you got a lot of stuff to do today. And Steve, Sacramento, I appreciate you stopping by too and saying hi. I hope you had a great day at work today. And it's time to chill now and start it all over again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday for you. Yeah. Do you work the weekends, Steve? Or is it just during the week? Let's see here. It's 5 p.m. here. I work 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm not sure if that's only Monday to Friday type of thing or not. Wow, I have 1 million viewers right now. Wow, incredible. Are you guys all going to compete to say hi and where you're viewing from? Uh, is the screen going to blow up with all these comments? Oh, I got 2 viewers now. I hope you're having a great day wherever you're watching from, be it evening or in the morning. It was another beautiful day here, so have to enjoy every one of these fall days. But the weathers have dropped, though. The temps have dropped from what they were before, so it's not the same. But that's okay. It's fall, to be expected. It's been a last month, September was absolutely stunning here. Had so many gorgeous days, 28 Celsius, 30 Celsius. The 26 Celsius I really like. That seems to be a very comfortable temp for me. I like that temperature. When it starts getting too humid and overly hot, it makes it very uncomfortable to be out and enjoying things. But these cooler temps, what they bring are the leaves changing color. So the trees will just start to change. They're starting to change on my property as some of the maples. I have a few different species of maples. So, every one of the maples, they react differently every year. But there's a lot of leaves to fall down. I'm hoping they'll start falling down so I can start collecting them before I leave, because you don't want to have the leaves on your lawn once you leave. That's one of the problems since I've been going to the Philippines. The leaves have been staying on my lawn, so my lawn is not as nice as it used to be because those leaves just suffocate the grass. So it is what it is. Not much you can do about that when you're not around to clean it up. When you own a property, there's always maintenance and things to do. And fall is one of the big maintenance to do. Got to pick up fallen branches. You got to pick up all those leaves to get those leaves off your grass so that the grass has oxygen. So if those leaves are all on your grass, then the grass it suffocates. And if it rains, it's even worse. And it always does rain in the fall. And then, come snow, if you got a lot of leaves on there, there's just one more problem. So my grass definitely doesn't look like it used to. 3 years ago, it looked a lot nicer. The flower beds are really growing. Different flowers this year than last year. Every year it's always different. Seems to be a lot of the roses, the tulips I've lost have been dug up by the squirrels. So squirrels like to keep those bulbs to eat them. And then they plant them in neighbors. I have neighbors next door saying, "Hey, Dave, thanks for the nice flowers. Thanks for the tulips. Thanks for the lilies. Thanks for the irises." All these bulbs that I bought from Brex, which were very expensive, and you always plant them in the fall, waiting for them to come up the next season. Well, one area I planted likely 500 bulbs, and the first year, I bet you 300 of those bulbs were dug up and taken away by squirrels because I didn't properly fence them off. I you know, I should have fenced them off. That was my own wrongdoing. But now I fence everything off. So I've got stuff fenced off. And in the springtime, where the tall lilies are along the driveway, they're supposed to be a tree lily, gorgeous lilies. I make sure that I fence that all off. But I have a lot of rabbits here. The rabbits just eat everything. The squirrels dig up stuff. So, you know, it's Mother Nature, right? Don't have any control of Mother Nature. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Say hi. Let me know where you're viewing from. Hello, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Say hi. Where are you viewing from? It's 8:42 p.m. here in the evening. Hey, Alvis, how are you doing? How are you this evening? I'm doing good. Were you over watching Baby May dance? Or were you watching Every Man Has a Story, Mark? He's got some great stories to share. I was working on some videos that I'll be loading up to help people traveling. How's your traveling? Did you get a hold of the insurance company, Elvis? I'll call you Jerky. Elvis is easy for me to remember. Getting closer and closer now for you. Say hi. I've got 3 million watching. Say hi. Let me know where you're viewing from. And how was your day? It might be evening or it might be daytime, depending on where you are. The Philippines, it would be in the morning right now. It would be 8:44 a.m. And depending on wherever else you are in the world, will be a different time, likely also, unless you're local. What were you up to today, Elvis? Yeah, I got it. Now that was another scam sending me a text message. Oh my goodness. Always getting messages every day. It's pretty sad. I'm sure it's not just me who gets the text messages, the phone calls, and the emails. It's crazy. Seems now that I've done YouTube, I even get more. There goes that yawning again. My goodness, it's not even 9 o'clock. Oh. Has Mark already ended his live here? Nope, Mark is still live. He's got 145 people watching. Let's see if there's any of my viewers over there watching him. No, it doesn't seem like any of my viewers watch Mark's channel. I like their Christmas tree. You got a nice place that they're renting there. Very nice. Well, Baby May's got 98 viewers now. She's dancing. She's working out. She's still working out, dancing. Oh, she got 120, 112 watching now her channel. Good for her. She deserves that. She got 105 watching. Let's see if any of my viewers are over there. Oh, we don't want that on there. Oh, she seems to have it locked with no people being able to comment. Mark Thornton, every man has a story. He's doing very well. His channel is really growing. I'm really happy for him. Oops. Come back, say hi. Hello, everyone. I got 3 viewers. Come say hi. Let me know where you're viewing from. Hope you're having a great day. Some of you will be evenings, some of it will be during the day for you. Dan Reed. Hi, Dan. How are you doing? How's your day been? It was a beautiful day here. Obviously, it's evening. It's 8:56 p.m. here now. Oh, you had a good evening? Or a good day, I should say. What did you do today, Dan? How was the weather? You went to the store? What do you mean, to pick up some items or shopping? How are the prices? Are you finding a huge price increase on specific items that you're used to getting? I've been really shocked going in, just shake my head at some of the prices on things. Where do you normally go food shopping? You go to the same place all the time, or yeah, very high. Do you go to the same location to do your shopping most of the time for food? I'm normally going to Costco, but sometimes I stop into some other grocery stores. Higher every time I go. Yeah, it's, you know, we're not getting more money given to us. You know, some of us are making less than what we used to make. It's just not balancing out anymore. It's not good. No, now I gotta go where it's cheaper. Yeah, it's pretty sad, that you have to start looking for places for being cheaper. Well, theft, I was reading, theft is very high at a lot of grocery stores because of the increase. It's really sad. Where do you normally go shopping, Dan? I end up, where's your partner today? She's over here. Bella's sitting over here just chilling. She's a little under the weather. She's trying to recoup from, I don't know, she caught a little bit of a bug. And she was live earlier, but she was doing a lot of coughing. And I just, said to her, she got to just kind of relax. Doing the live is not good. It's not helping her throat, but she wanted to do the live. So. And people were commenting that you don't look good, that you look sick. And she's hacking and coughing. But she's been doing good. She's been getting good rest at night, making sure that I end up giving her a night type of product, and also Vicks on her chest. So she's slept very well. Thanks a lot, Dan. I hope she's feeling better too. It's strange. It's in the nighttime, going to bed now. She's getting rest, but it's during the daytime. Usually, it's the other way around. Usually, the daytime is when we don't normally have any issues, and it's usually when it comes to the evening is when we don't get any rest. So it's reversed for her. Hey Elvis, how you doing? Sorry I had to answer a phone call, disappear. That's okay. How was your day today, Elvis? No, not yet. I gotta buy a ticket next week, and once I got my ticket, then I could call the insurance company. Yeah, that's good. That's definitely but you could still contact them, and the amount will be still good for you. So I would suggest that you just reach out to her, send her an email and say, look, I'm going to be traveling to the Philippines and I'm going for X amount of days, and ask what your cost will be. You don't have to have your ticket purchased yet. So don't be concerned about that. I was working on some videos for helping other people like yourself for traveling to the Philippines. So they'll be coming up. Okay, I just use Alvis, Derek, just because it's easy for me to say. I remember Alvis. I'm bad for names. So say Derek. Is that proper? Derek. Oh, not minus a D. Jarek. That is good, Jarek. uh, So Dan, where do you usually go shopping for your groceries? I know that you mentioned that you're looking for other locations, but is there a norm that you go to? And Derek, how have you been finding the prices? Have you seen the prices jumping up on items? I was watching Bella, your girlfriend, when she had her live, was Baby May dancing, LOL. Yeah, Baby May is dancing. Yeah, unfortunately, Bella's not, she's a little under the weather. She was like, she really shouldn't have done her live. She should just relax, right? Give her system a rest, but she wants to do the live. So Dan says, I shop at Aldi. Elvis, are you the guy that sang on Rose's site? So Dan or Jarek, Dan just sent you a message there. You guys can reply back and forth. So what is Aldi, Dan? Is that a main chain there where you live? Oh, it's a big chain, huh? Okay. Well, I think we're all seeing the increase everywhere, all over the world. It's even in the Philippines, Dan. Like the Philippines, uh, well, before we came back in February, uh, we're buying mangoes, fresh mangoes, and oranges. You know, everything's increased, especially like rice, which is the base foundation for the Philippine people. Oh, they're a German company, Dan. Oh, wow. Huh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. It's amazing when we look at our countries, the food chains of where they actually come from, right? Where they're in marketing. So, Dan, what are you finding the most in regards of the prices really jumping up? I notice anything to do with beef here. So Dan says they have good prices. Okay. So I really notice beef here has jumped, and it makes no sense because our beef is locally raised here. You know, they're on the in the fields. There's lots of cows. Fruit and vegetables. Oh, fruit and vegetables is what's increased the most, huh? Well, what I've noticed the most is, as I was just mentioning, anything related to beef. Ah, you don't eat meat. Well, good for you. That's good. Don't eat a lot of meat either. Only thing to end up eating is fish and chicken a lot. Once in a while, have a steak. Sometimes pork chops. You're a vegetarian. Okay. What is your for what's a normal meal for you? And how many times do you eat a day? Like I like asparagus, there's so many different types of uh, like food that I eat that are vegetarian related. So every day we have sweet bell peppers, we have like cucumber, we have baby carrots. Okay, yes, I eat chicken and fish mainly. So yeah, so you're like me, eating the fish and chicken. Have you noticed the fish has gone up in price, and also you're not seeing as much wild fish. It's mostly farmed fish. Fruit bars. Oh, oh, I don't. I have some fruit bars, but I look at the saturated fat and all the different ingredients on there that I don't understand, so I know they're not good for me. So what's a normal main meal for you, Dan? What do you usually have? So today, we ended up having uh, it was either my salmon or Bella's salmon that we caught fresh. So I froze it down because they were so big. So froze down slabs that they're all filleted. Yogurt, cottage cheese is good. Cottage cheese, actually, I'm lactose intolerant. So, yeah, big issues for me. So I have to stay away from the cheeses. It causes me anything that dairy, I have to stay away because it just causes me a lot of problems. Once in a while, it's okay. But if I have the dairy, oh, it's just terrible. So a lot of times now that, so when Bella wasn't here, I would normally get from Costco romaine lettuce, and I would get, I think there's 6 big pieces of romaine lettuce in the package, and I would actually have one whole, I would call it a head of romaine lettuce, and then I would put a topping on that. I would end up having chopped up peppers, cucumber, baby carrots, and then I'd either put fish on it or I'd put chicken on it. That's what I would have. Even I would end up buying some canned salmon when I didn't have the freshly caught salmon. Sockeye red salmon I would put on. Very good. Also, I would do boiled eggs and I would put on that. So that's what I have all the time. Now that Bella is here, we are having rice. Since I met Bella, it's rice. Rice is the base for Filipinos. So my romaine lettuce is gone. I don't have that type of meal anymore. It's usually rice, and then we'll have a separate bowl of bell peppers, cucumber, and baby carrots. And then we will end up having whatever we're having, fish, chicken, already meaty. Very, very nice, beautiful sharing. Stay connected to me now, friend. Thank you for the nice comment. Thanks a lot. Have you subscribed to the channel? If you haven't, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. Lots of great videos. Dan, be careful with rice. A lot of starch. Yes. So when I was in the Philippines for the last 6 months, I gained, and it wasn't just from rice, I gained 15 pounds. Now, we were doing a lot of island hopping, and a lot of sugar is in the foods in the Philippines, but I gained 15 pounds. You know how hard that is for me to lose 15 pounds? I still haven't lost it. So I'm now not losing, I'm not eating as much rice. Bella is still having pretty well a full helping where I'm having just a little bit. But yeah, I can't believe that I gained 15 pounds in 6 months. Crazy. And we do a lot of walking. We're not just sitting eating. But if you've been to the Philippines, you'll notice that everything is sugar related. Even their pasta sauce has got sugar in it. It's sweet. Yeah, Dan, I know a lot of starch in the rice. Yeah, I know, to be careful. Yeah, it's there's so, you know, again, I'm eating less of it than I was. I just said enough of this. So I can't be eating like my doctor. I went in for my yearly checkup, and my doctor doing a physical. My doctor said, David, what happened? You've gained 15 pounds, right? And we know what happens when you gain 15 pounds. It goes to fat. And when you get to a certain age, to try to lose that fat that you gain, it's a freaking fighting battle, man. It's terrible. Dan, I like your travel videos. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. I have lots more coming. And if you're traveling to the Philippines, right, it gives you an option of, hey, you know what, I'd like to check that place out, or you know what, that's on my bucket list, or you know what, I'm having a crappy day, and that's beautiful there, right? Just making you relax and put a smile on your face. I used to surf on the internet all the time, checking out different things, and I always loved anything that had to do with water. The water just captivates me. So the Philippines is a beautiful country. It's got a lot of gorgeous islands to travel, and so far we've got to travel some beautiful ones. As you can see, the Siquijor, going to Coco Grove. Coco Grove is a great resort. There's other nice resorts that are on Siquijor Island. Haven't personally been to them, but I've seen some videos. But there's lots of things to do on Siquijor Island, and Palatine Beach is beautiful. They classify that as the Boracay of Siquijor because of how gorgeous it is, right? And going to see that enchanted bellet tree, which is supposed to be over 400 years old, is pretty incredible. And then when you sit there, there's a stream that's from the mountains coming, and it's all little minnows in there, and you get, a pedicure, fish pedicure, right? And that's very popular. People pay a lot of money to get fish pedicures, right? So. But Siquijor Island is it's a short ride from Dumaguete. You can take fast craft, ocean jet. It's only like an hour to get over there, and it's very inexpensive to get over to the port. And then if you get over to the port, once you get off into that area, if you want to rent a scooter, there's a lot of people there offering scooter rental. So depending on the size of scooter that you want to rent, it's going to depend on the price, but you can be looking anywhere 350 pesos a day up to like 600 for a larger type scooter. And they're just going to want to take a copy of your passport and your license, right? And you get 2 helmets. Excuse me. Normally you want to hit a gas station right away because it seems to be a lot of the scooters aren't filled up. And go and explore. There's so many different places to explore on Siquijor Island, right? We walked up to the tower. I think I believe that was either 124 or 147 steps to get up to the top of the tower to look all over Siquijor. And we were it was really good that day because it wasn't cloudy, so you could see all Siquijor. So it's quite the view, but it's a good hike up. Bella was getting a little tired. You can watch the videos and you'll see that video. It's a great video. And then when we went over to the waterfalls, I forget the waterfalls names. How do you pronounce that? Is it Cambagara? How do you pronounce the falls there? How do you pronounce the falls? Cambagara? Cambagara. I butchered that falls. I have a video anyways of that. The blue, that's all water coming from the mountains again. It's all fresh water. It's beautiful. Absolutely. And if you watch the videos, you'll see some foreigners there. Some young foreigners were visiting, right? But gorgeous. So you're going to have to walk down. All these places have entry fees. The entry fees aren't that expensive, but they all have, we went to the tower, there was no entry fee. But all those other places have entry fees. But that, yeah, the Bulgarian viewing tower, it's called. Might be butchering that name also, right? But Palatin Beach, that's beautiful. And going through Secure, checking out all the different places, seeing the Lazi Church, beautiful church. And inside is stunning. It is absolutely stunning, right? So looking forward, we've gone to Secure a few times and stayed at Cocoa Grove a few times now. It's just a great place. Really like it. You know, sit down at the water. You get your breakfast included, so you sit down by the water and have your breakfast. Oh my goodness, that is so relaxing. It just, if you have any stress in life, it just kind of removes it. You just sit there and chill, have a coffee, they give you fruit, and then you order whatever you want to eat for breakfast. And then they have nightlife there. They have different things going on, dancing for the Secure Dance Club. Really good performers. You can watch the videos of that too. The second time we went, unfortunately, we weren't allowed to video. They weren't allowing videoing happening. But if you go to some of their dinners, wow, they really do a nice buffet of a lot of nice food. It's not inexpensive, but those buffets are worth it. So if you haven't gone to Cocoa Grove on Secure Island, Cocoa Grove Resort, I would highly recommend you check that place out. It's very hard to get in there now. The bookings are book, right? So, and if you want to be going around, you have your scooter. So you can rent a scooter there, but you can also rent scooters out and about, which are a little less expensive. And then you can go out for the day and tour around. But also, if you're at Cocoa Grove, you can rent a driver to take you around too. So some nice options for you to do while you're on Secure Island. Still, I want to end up, haven't gone to the cliff. There's a cliff area and there's a resort that I want to check out. This is supposed to be gorgeous. I want to go and check that out. So this time around going, I want to see those places. And then Bahal is beautiful also. Lots of videos on Bahal, going to Chocolate Hills, Alone Beach, right? Going to the bee farm, going on that floating, I forget the name offhand, but the floating for the dinner, that's awesome. That was really great. And then we went to the conservatory for the butterflies, and also I forget the little name of that. Baziar, I butchering that name also. Somebody can correct me, but you can watch the videos. Bahal is got a lot to explore in Bahal still. So we covered a lot there, but there's still a lot to do. Where we ended up staying was a little farther away from the main area. So I would recommend, if you're going to go there, try to get a place that's closer to the main area. Because every time we had to take the tuk-tuk, you know, it wasn't cheap there and back, right? One time we walked it. We actually did walk it one time. But Bahal is got a lot of nice places to go and see. And we went out on a private boat and we got to see Virgin Island. But to get off, to touch Virgin Island, you have to pay an environmental fee. So everywhere you go, it's just pay. It's not that expensive, but if you're looking in Philippines eyes, it is expensive because unfortunately, as foreigners, we're not looking at the peso. We're looking at our currency, but we should be looking at the Philippine peso. Like, would this be expensive for a Filipino that's only making 250 or 300 pesos a day? Yeah, it'd be very expensive. Most cannot do it. So, but Virgin Island was gorgeous. That was quite the experience. And then we went to another island. I forget the island when we went snorkeling. So again, you're going to pay for rental for every piece. Dan, I don't like to be price gouged. Yes, I agree. I agree 100%, Dan. It's irritating. It really is irritating. One thing that I noticed when I was in the Philippines that I just try to relax and chill is everybody charges you. And if they charge you what we call skin tax. And that really annoys me, especially when we're trying to take transportation and it's like 25 peso per person or 50 pesos per person. And they're wanting 200, 500, 1,000. That to me is just an insult. And they're like slapping me in the face. And I don't like that. That is wrong. It's in my eyes. And it's annoying after a while. And you just got to say, nope, next. And you go and try to find another one. And then they do a ridiculous price. Next. Then you finally find one that is normal. But it's just annoying. Like when we leave from the airport. Oh my goodness. 1,000 pesos. Are you kidding me? 1,000 pesos. Come on. If you're going to Dumaguete, you get to the airport, do not get a ride inside the airport area. Walk out on the street. And these guys are so rude, they will actually talk to other truck drivers, telling them, charge them more, charge them more. Meanwhile, you know what they're saying. They're telling the other truck drivers to charge more. That's sad. And most of the truck drivers out there, they're just coming by, so they'll end up picking you up for 50 to 100 pesos. These other guys are trying to take advantage. It's terrible. I don't know how these people can live with themselves. It's very unfortunate. Dan, do they do that when your girlfriend? Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, Bella gets very irritated. This was happening to her before I was with her, Dan. I'd be on video call and she's sharing with me that she's trying to get trike rides and they're trying to rip her off. And she's a local. So it's not just because of skin tax. They're doing it to everyone, but they really jump it up when it comes to once you see a foreigner. It's crazy, right? These are just not good people. In my eyes, so let's step back. I would never do that to somebody. So if somebody's doing that, that to me is not a good person, point blank. They're not good. They don't have a good heart. So going back, Dan, they should be, but in the Philippines, they're not out of business. It's a free-for-all there, Dan. They're not like legit businesses here in Canada, for example, and businesses in the US. It's not the same there. The regulations aren't regulated. Like if you go online and Google, Dan, what the minimum wage is for people working in the Philippines and what they get paid, Dan, you'll be shocked. Your average person in the Philippines working at a bakery, 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16-hour shifts are making 200, 230, 250 pesos a day. Maybe 300 pesos for a head person a day, Dan. Meanwhile, the regulations say that they're supposed to be making 700 to over 1,000 a day. And it's not happening. Most of these people, when they go to get paid, they're provided with two envelopes. One they sign, neither one of them is C. One they sign for the hire for the government, and then the lower one, which is cash, and they're not allowed to open it up to look in front of them to see. It's terrible. Dan, how much that is that in dollars? Which one? 100. So you'd have to look at your conversion. So right now, US, I believe you're 56. So for 100, so it'd be for 100 pesos, it'd be $5.60 for you. We're at 42 in Canada, so it'd be $4.20. So think about that, Dan. 250 pesos a day. Convert it. Right? It's pretty sad, and they're trying to survive, and the rice prices have gone crazy. Everything has gone crazy in the Dumaguete area anyways, the prices, right? We don't know what it's like right now because we're not there, but we'll find out very soon once we're back. So yeah, so your currency rate now, if you look it up, I believe it's either 54 or 56 per peso for a dollar for US. So this is the problem with the foreigners going there feeling rich and sharing that everything is cheap. It's jacked up the prices for everybody. For the locals are being affected the most, but it's jacked up the prices for everybody. It's unfortunate. Yeah, there is a lot of corruption. Yeah, unfortunately, that goes on big time there. Lee Plaza there was shut down and reopened, and they were taking advantage. There's all kinds of talk, all the people that they're taking advantage of their employees and supposed to be paying into Phil Health, and they weren't paying into Phil Health, and all kinds of really bad stuff. But now it's under new management. We know what new management is, right, Dan? It's the people who have a lot of money and pay other people. And in the Philippines, money talks. It's all cash. Everything is cash in the Philippines. When we went and bought the ADV 160 Honda, cash, 167 or 169,000 pesos, cash. It's very interesting, that's for sure. But you got to get your head around all of the corruption, right? Dan, cash is king. Yeah. Yeah, cash is king. But here in Canada, they've really cracked down on that, right? For dirty laundering, right? So a lot of people not paying taxes on the cash. They've really clamped down on that. So you go to a lot of places here, it's cashless. So when you go to pay for stuff, you can't pay by cash, right? So I don't know what it's like in the US. And that's only here in Ontario. I don't know what it's like across Canada. Canada is big, but here in Ontario, a lot of stuff is cashless now. Dan, everywhere. Yeah, everywhere is affected, Dan. I think the biggest thing where we're affected is the increase of costs for everything. So, this year, for no reason, I have to renew my insurances. I have business insurance, I have home insurance, I have personal insurance, I have vehicle insurance. Everything jumped up, not by $50, not by $100, a few $100, a few of them $500. So if I tally everything up, maybe $2,000 I paid more this year than I normally pay than last year. For what reason? What did I get from it? What did I benefit? Nothing. I didn't benefit anything. And did I make $2,000 more this year? No. I made less this year than last year. Right? I'm noticing my expenses on my home in regards, even my property tax went up. Yeah, property tax went up also. but my utilities, so my electrical, my sewage, my water, all those have increased. So everything has gone up, but my wages haven't gone up. Gas prices way up. Repairs to vehicles, services way up. Now the gas price has dropped down recently, but I don't know how long it'll stay like that. But supplies, if you go into supply stores like Builders Supplies here, plywood that used to be $22 has never come back down to $22. It's still over $60 for that same sheet coming from that same manufacturer. So who's making the money? And it's all taxes being collected. So the government are making lots of taxes. So where's the money all going? I can tell you here, some of the roads needing to be fixed, and my taxpayers' money going towards that, and others, all they did was grind down and do a topping. You can't grind it down when there's potholes. You got to dig it down in the foundation and deal with all that stuff. Because if it's potholes, usually that's clay in that area and bad sinkholes. You got to dig down and do a proper foundation and then reapply. So you have a proper friggin' road. They retopped it, and they just retopped it over top of potholes. It's terrible. The guys that had to go with the machines to try to do the lines, it goes all over the place because they couldn't do a line because, the road is so bad. Give it another year, because we have 4 seasons here, right? So our winter time and our spring is the worst, where it starts to heave, where you start getting the different temperatures from cold, you get the ice, the rain and everything, it freezes and contracts, and when the ground freezes and then it thaws, everything starts to lift. Well, that road's going to have to be ripped back out another 2 or 3 years for sure. For sure. So that was just a waste of money. A total waste of money. And that's my taxpayers' money. Right? They know how to do roads properly. Right? Do it properly so that they last for 15, 20 years. Dan, you should take your girlfriend to Niagara Falls. We were planning on going to Niagara Falls. We actually had it, we were looking into going there, but then we wanted to do some other things. You can only do so many things, Dan. It's like, for Niagara Falls, it's 3 hours for us to drive there. So it's 3 hours one way. So, I actually went online. I was starting to book, and a lot of the places are booked up. And then I was looking at the costs, and we wanted to go salmon fishing. We've done a lot of different things. Anyways, it was going to cost us for like 3 days, like $3,000. That's crazy, Dan. $3,000? Do you have $3,000 just to throw away for a 3-day visit? We just ended up, we used that money and I bought some DJI Pocket 3. So I bought one for her. I bought one for me. Those are $1,200 each. There's $2,400. What's going to be more usable for us? The DJI Pocket 3s are going to be, right? So, yeah, it is ridiculous, Dan. So I was shocked. And the places that we wanted to stay, obviously you're going to go to Niagara Falls. You want a view of the falls wherever you're staying, right? Most of them were not available. The ones that were available, no breakfast included. And they wanted $600 to $800 a night. And you're not allowed to check in until 2 or 3 o'clock. And you got to check out at 11 o'clock the next day. So we need like 3 days, the first day driving there, right? So we need to pay for that day, right? And so we need 3 days. So just for a place to sleep was going to cost like $1,500 at a half decent place. Dan, yes, they are price gouging too. Yeah, Go online and check it out. Go on Agoda or Expedia. I was shocked, right? And then we wanted to go on excursions, and the excursions to go to all the things are different. Well, you get a package, and that package doesn't include everything. We wanted to go under the falls. We wanted to do, across the fall. Nothing is included in one package. So by the time you pay for those packages, which is for each person, the packages came out to another $1,500. Right? So right there, we haven't eaten, Dan. We haven't had any food, and it's already 3,000. And we haven't traveled from here, which is 3 hours, and we're going to stop and eat. So you got your gas, you got to eat. So we've now made it to a place in Niagara Falls. We're there for 3 days. We haven't eaten. We only have, most places didn't have breakfast available. And we've had the excursion. We've spent $4,000 for 3 days. We haven't eaten. So realistically, I was looking at $4,000 to $5,000. I don't want to be worrying about food. And they're gouging for the restaurants when you go there. Everything gets gouged at Niagara Falls. Everybody says that. If you're going to Niagara Falls, suck it up. Be prepared to pay. So you don't want to go there concerned about that. So if you're going to go there, I want to go there for 3 days and budget $5,000. Well, we've done a lot of traveling already, and the money doesn't grow on the trees, right, Dan? Like I said, buying those Pocket 3s, which I'm using the Pocket 3 now. I love it. Bella needs to start using hers, but those are 1,200 Canadian each. That's 2,400 right there. And then I bought a DJI Pocket, DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. That's another 600. Donry, I'll watch it on TV and save my money. Yeah, 100%. I agree, Dan. But I still, I really wanted to take her there, but, $5,000 for 3 days. Yeah, just, we have to watch out for our own money, right? So where's that 5,000 going to go? I've already paid for all of these excursions in the Philippines. Those prices went up, Dan. Last year we went to Boracay and flew return flight. It was 16,000 pesos. This year it's gone up to 37,000 pesos for the same flight. Same flight, same time. And the hotels have gone up. So, it just goes. The flights from here to the Philippines, everything's gone up. Prices are just crazy, the flights. So when we fly from here to the Philippines, we still have our onward flight. So we want to go to Boracay when we're in the Philippines. We got to pay for return flights for that. And then you got to pay, once you get to Boracay, you got to pay all the transfer fees, pay. And then you pay for your resort, and then you pay for your food. And the food is very expensive staying on Boracay. Look at spending 3,000 to 4,000 a day for food. And if you're going on excursions, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So again, you're the only person that's going to watch out for your money, and you got a budget. If you're endless money coming in, okay, that's a different story, but I don't have endless money coming in. So I need to budget things, and I need to look at, okay, well, this is what we're going to do, and this is what you're going to do, and where's your money going to go, and how far does it go? Right? But yeah, I was really shocked with Niagara Falls and the costs. And then also, if you're going, you got to try to hit a good day weather-wise. You don't want to go there and it's crappy and all clouded over. That would be no good. That would not be a very good investment, would it? You're not going to go to Niagara Falls and it's raining and clouded over. So trying to hit good weather was also a challenge. Like if you watch the video where the salmon fishing, charter, that was $1,200. Just for the charter. right? It's a lot of money. Unfortunately, none of the trees that are on my property have $100 bills so I can just go pick them off. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So Dan, are you planning on doing any traveling this year? Are you going to go anywhere? Or are you just staying put? Do you celebrate the holidays? It's funny, one thing in the Philippines, Christmas kind of starts, it already started, in September it started in the Philippines. But depending on where you go, Dumaguete, last times I've gone there, it's not really celebrated. But when we went to Cebu, oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. They really celebrate it there. Dan, no, I can't afford to travel. There you go, Dan. There you go. So you know what I'm talking about, right? You mentioned take your girlfriend to Niagara Falls. Well, Dan, send me over some money. 5,000, please. It's only Canadian, so when you convert it from US to Canadians, it's not gonna be 5. So what do you end up doing, Dan? What do you do for pleasure? Do you have any hobbies? I had a really nice hobby in regards of audio, two-channel audio. I really enjoyed that, and it's very relaxing listening to music. I had an ATV, Yamaha Grizzly. I sold that this year. Wasn't using it enough. And I have my snowmobile up for sale because I've been traveling and not here in the winter time. So it's a gorgeous snowmobile just sitting, not being used. Dan, I just got to go to the gym and take walks. Hey, that's good. That's healthy. There's nothing wrong with that, Dan. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's good that you're going to the gym, man. Right? And walks are free, right? How much is a gym pass now where you are? Because those have even gone up. But you want to know something? Tons and tons of marketing here for free memberships. They're giving you 6 months free because they're trying to get people in to the gyms. That must be a tough business, right? How many days do you go to the gym? 59 a month. And how long have you been going to the gym, Dan? YMCA. Oh, that's awesome. YMCA. So you got swimming pools. Yeah, we have YMCAs here also. That's really awesome. Yeah, that's a great place to go to. Have the memberships gone up on that? 3 days a week. And are you swimming or are you working out in the gym? We have some beautiful YMCAs here also. It's a very popular place for people to go, mainly because they have the gym facilities. They have a restaurant in there for you to eat if you're hungry, but also they have the swimming pools. So you could swim one day, work out, swim one day, work out. Dandre, you can't do much right now because you have a hernia. Well, I know what a hernia is all about. I had triple hernia. Yeah, I know what that's all about. I ended up having surgery a few years ago, and my one side still causes me problems. They have the mesh that they put on, and I don't know if they left some instruments in there or what, but it's still very sensitive. Yeah, I had the hernias from, yeah, we all know those. Those are no fun. Yeah, you got to be careful. And the worst thing is once you've had a hernia, you got to be careful just sneezing because you can cause it problems again. So you got to put your hand down where that hernia was if you start sneezing so that you don't have issues again. You don't want it to break through. So are you planning to go in for an operation? Like I shared with you, I went in and I had three. I had two on one side and one on the other side. And my left side hurt the most. It was just, it got to the point I can handle pain. I got to the point I had to have them go in for the day surgery. Yes, I heard the mesh sometimes don't take. Yeah, yeah. The one that really bothered me still bothers me to this day. And I've gone back in for a checkup, and the doctor says you need to go back under the knife. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go back under the knife. It's not as much pain as I used to deal with. I'll just suck it up. No, I'm trying to delay as long as possible. Yeah, and that's what I did. I delayed for 3 years. 3 years. And in my business, what I do, and I'm setting up shows, I'm lifting stuff. I'm lifting things that 3 guys lift, and I shouldn't be doing that. It's crazy what I do, right? Or where I'm doing deliveries to jobs, I'm, lifting stuff again that normal person wouldn't be lifting. But I've just been doing that my whole life, and I just do it. But it's not good for those hernias, man. Oh my goodness. It got so bad, Dan. Sometimes I'd have tears come in my eyes. And it was like, oh, I just broke down. I said, I got it. I'd be coming home and I have ice pack on my hernia. Yes, it is easy to forget. Yeah, it is. But I was coming home so bad. I climb out of my vehicle. When I get home from driving, so a lot of times I'm driving home, it's 45-minute to an hour drive. So I'm in my vehicle. I can feel the pain. I go to get out. Dan, I can't get out of the vehicle. I got to slowly get out and then hobble into the house. And then first thing I'd have to do is ice packs, right? And just kind of relax and take a pain med. And I try not to take pain meds because I don't want to get hooked on that medication. So I would just suck it up and put the cold on it would make me feel a lot better. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's brutal. So for 3 years, I had hernias for quite a while. The two on my left, one got to the size. One was a good sized grape, and you know what a ping pong ball is? Well, that was one right beside it. And then on the other side was the size of a pea. The one of the pea didn't really bother me because the ones on the left, ping pong and the grape, those were painful. And I tried pushing them back in and, I Googled push them back in, hold them in, and, maybe I tried all kinds of stuff. Anyways, it got to the point I couldn't handle it anymore. When you can't get out of your vehicle, and when you hobble into your home and you have an ice pack on for an hour or so, guess what? It's time to book an appointment to go under the knife. And it was a day surgery, right? And I went to a sports doctor, right? And he does all the sports people here in Toronto. So, hey, you'll be able to run in 2 weeks. Holy crap. It was supposed to be no pain. When I was done afterwards, like, what are you talking about? No pain. Ain't running. Yeah, it's a real handicap. Yeah, it really is. And once you've had a hernia, man, like I'm still dealing with it. Right. The right side, no problem. The left side, sometimes it just inflames, and it's just brutal. It's really painful. Unless you've had a hernia and you've had a bad hernia, you don't really know what it's like. And I hope you never have it. anybody that's watching or listening, I hope you never have one, because I don't want you to have to go through what I've gone through. And obviously Dan is dealing with it also. But yeah, I went for that day surgery, came back out, and that one side has just never been good. Well, I'm not really using an ice pack. It's a cold compress that I was using. That's what I was using. I wasn't putting instant ice pack on, a cold compress. And it did help. It took the swelling down. It did help. So not an ice pack. You don't want to put that on. I don't know what that would do. I always put a towel on, and I put, there's those cold compress. And it was, when I put it on, it was like, oh, this is so good. And I would lay there for like an hour just to chill out, put some music on and just chill. But to this day, I don't have any bulging from the hernias, but that one side, it's still painful. Not as painful as it was, but it still is. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Yeah, so just make sure it's not ice pack. Just put a towel on and put a cold compress, and you're going to feel the relief right away. And try to do that before you go to bed. And if you're working all day, once you get home, do it again. So what I would do is, before I went to work, I tried to do that. And when I got home, I put it on. And then before I went to bed, I did that. So 3 times a day I did it. Right? And it definitely helped. But yeah, it's no fun. What size are yours? Are they pea size or grape size or larger? A lot of people that seem to get hernias are pea size. And you can get a hernia, anyone can get a hernia. Women get hernias when they're pregnant and giving birth. But people get hernias in their stomach. You get a hernia from sneezing, right? And a lot of people, they can push it back in and it seals up and heals. Not mine, not where it's down in the groin area. Mine was in the groin area, so. If you strengthen your ab muscles, hopefully, my abs were rock hard, buddy. Yeah, my abs were rock hard from all the workouts I was doing. Yeah, ripped when it came to that. Not so much now, but I still got abs. My stomach is very strong. They say this, right? Ab muscles. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I don't know all about that. Put this, before I got the hernias, I was always ripped, Dan. Top-notch shape. Groin area. Yeah. So you don't have abs down in your groin area. There are exercises that you can do for your groin area, and you can check out that. And I do those, but trust me, when you're in pain, you're not doing those exercises. I was starting to do those exercises like recently in the last year. But remember, I mentioned I still have pain, and I was doing those exercises, and oh my goodness, they were starting to aggravate and making it worse. So I stopped doing those exercises. And then I was trying to do, I'm not doing the ab exercises that I used to do. Even when I do a plane type board, that causes aggravation to my groin. So, I used to do a lot of, different types of exercises, and they just aggravate the groin more. So I stopped doing those, unfortunately. Right? It starts with a tingling sensation first. The right side. Mine is the groin area. What size are yours? What size, Dan? Imagine I had them on both sides, 2 on one side. Just imagine the size of a grape. And then the one went to the size of a ping pong, like that big. That was big, Dan. And then the other one was just like a little pea, like the end of your finger. Very small, thank God. Oh, you're very fortunate. And they're painful? So if they're painful, they haven't popped out all the way. If they're painful, Dan, they're usually big inside. Then you know when it's time to stop what you're doing. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, but if you're into exercise, I was exercising all the time, right? So, for it to start hampering your exercises is not good. So walking is the best for you. Walking is best. Swimming is great. Cycling on a bicycle is awesome. None of those things cause me any issues. So it causes you only when you lift. Wow, you're fortunate. You're very fortunate, Dan. You're lucky. I switched to my other arm. Yeah, so try if you can 3 times a day. If you're working and try to do it before you go to work. Go to the cold compress, and then when you get home, and then before you go to bed, try doing that. Help you out. You'll definitely get some relief. You'll definitely feel the relief. But yours don't sound like they're like what mine are. Like I mentioned earlier, until you have this issue and you're experiencing it firsthand, you don't know what it's like. So it's one of those things that you have to be experiencing firsthand. Okay, Dan, I'm going to be saying good night. It's almost 10 o'clock here. Yes, I'm trying to live with it, but I still have a handicap. Yeah, 100%. Sooner or later, though, you're going to have to book an appointment to go under the knife. And is that covered by your insurance there? Because it's covered here in Canada. I didn't have to pay anything. So are you covered there, Dan, if you go in to have that surgery? It's been a pleasure. Yeah, it's great chatting with you. I appreciate you sticking it out with me so it made my live go well. You have a great evening, and I hope you have a great day tomorrow, and see you in another chat. Bye for now. Tacos and adobo. Got to hear the end. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Tacos and adobo. Thanks for coming by to say hi. I hope you have a great evening. Bye for now, everyone. See you later, guys. See you in another live.